Welcome to the Deep Dive. This is where we grab some source material and really unpack it for you, get straight to the key info.
Yep, cutting through the noise.
Exactly. And today, we're diving into something pretty exciting, the recent performance of gymnast Carlos Yulo. We've got one specific source to work from.
We do. It's an article from GMA News Online. And it focuses very specifically on his results at the Asian Gymnastics Championships. So our mission really is just to pull out the key details this article reports, see what picture it paints.
Okay, let's do it. So the article sets the scene, Asian Gymnastics Championships, and it really zooms in on the events from Sunday, June 8th, 2025.
Right, the final day of competition, usually.
But before we even get to Sunday, the article gives a kind of overview. It says Yulo finished these championships with 4 medals total.
4?
Yeah, 4 medals. That number itself, right off the bat in the article, it tells you something. It's a significant haul at this level.
Definitely. And the source doesn't just stop at the number 4. It tells us where they came from.
It breaks it down. So it mentions he picked up a bronze medal. This was in the individual all-around. That happened earlier last Thursday, according to the report.
Right, the all-around. Always a tough one. Covers everything.
And then importantly, the article says he won gold. Last Saturday, this was in the floor exercise.
Oh, yes, and the source calls that his pet event. You often see that highlighted in reports, a gold in a specialty.
Okay, so that's 2 medals accounted for before Sunday, bronze in all around, gold on the floor. Now, let's hone in on what the article reports for Sunday, June 8th. This is where he added the other 2 medals.
That's what the article says, yeah. 2 more bronze medals bagged just on that Sunday.
2 more in one day. Okay, so which events? What does the report detail?
Well, the first one mentioned is the vault finals. It says he finished 3rd, bronze medal.
Okay, vault bronze. Does it give his score?
It does. His average score is reported as 14.333.
14.333. And how did that stack up? Who is ahead of him, according to the scores listed?
So the article states Iran's Wafatimati got the gold with 14.500. And China's Huang Mingqi took silver with 14.400.
Wow. So his 14.333 was, really close, just 0.067 behind silver based on those numbers.
Exactly. Super tight margins, which the scores in the article really highlight.
Okay, so vault bronze confirmed from the source.
Yeah.
What about the other bronze on Sunday?
That one, the article says, came in the parallel bars finals.
Right. And his score there?
The source reports 14.166 for that final.
14.166. And who finished top 2 in parallel bars, based on the article?
Let's see. It lists Japan's Okashinosuke winning gold quite a bit higher, actually, 14.700.
Okay.
And then his teammate, Tsunogai Tomoharu, was 2nd with 14.466.
So Yulo's 14.166 was enough for the bronze again?
Yeah, 3rd place, according to the report.
Right. So that's Sunday sorted, bronze in vault, bronze in parallel bars. That brings us to the 4 total medals the article mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
The all-around bronze, the floor gold, and these 2.
That's the count based on this source, yes.
Did it mention any other results for him on that Sunday? Any other finals?
It did mention one more, yeah. The horizontal bar finals.
Ah, okay. How did he do there, according to the report?
The article notes he placed 7th in that event. His score was reported as 12,000.
7th of the 12,000, got it.
Correct.
So 4 medals total across the championships per this GMA News Online piece.
Yeah.
Gold in floor, bronze in all around, 2 more bronzes Sunday in vault and P bars, and then 7th in horizontal bar.
That's the summary from the article.
So if we look purely at this collection of results,
Mm-hmm.
The gold, the bronzes, the 7th place, the specific scores reported,
Yeah.
what does this article suggest about, say, a gymnast's performance profile?
Well, it's interesting, right? Just looking at these results from this source, you see the gold in his pet event floor. That suggests, real mastery there. Then you have the bronzes in vault and parallel bars. The scores, like we saw, were quite close to the top guys, according to the
But
report.
very competitive.
Yeah, it shows he's fighting for medals across multiple apparatuses, which is impressive. Significant strength, even if he didn't quite hit gold there in those finals reported.
And the all-around bronze ties that together, too.
Exactly. And then compare that with the 7th place in horizontal bar with that lower score of 12,000 reported. It kind of highlights, just from this article's data, how varied the demands are. Different events, different specialists may be dominating, It paints a picture of both specialization, like his floor exercise, and broad competence across several others, all based on the results presented here.
Yeah, you can really see the different layers of performance just from the results listed in this one report. It's not just a medal count, but where they came and how close those specific finals were.
Precisely. The article gives us those data points, and you can see the patterns within this specific championship performance.
Okay, let's just quickly recap the main points from our deep dive into this GMA News Online article.
Sounds good.
So the report states Carlos Yulo finished the Asian Gymnastics Championships with 4 medals total. That included a bronze last Thursday in the individual all-around and a gold last Saturday in floor exercise, his bed event, according to the source.
Yep.
Then on Sunday, June 8th, the article reports 2 more bronze medals. One in vault final score reported as 14.333.
Right, with gold at 14.500 and silver at 14.460 listed.
And the other Sunday bronze was in parallel bars finals, score 14.166.
With gold reported at 14.71 and silver at 14.466 in that one.
And finally, the article also mentioned his 7th place finish in the horizontal bar final on Sunday, score 12,000.
That covers the key results from the source. And maybe a final thought, just based strictly on what this article presented.
Yeah.
Well, think about that range of results reported. Gold on floor, bronzes and all-around, vault, parallel bars, then 7th on horizontal bar. What might that specific pattern, the differences across apparatuses just described in this article, suggest to you about the unique demands? Maybe technical, maybe physical, that let a top gymnast excel strongly on one event, but perhaps place lower on another, even within the same competition.
Yeah, that's a really interesting angle to consider, the specialization versus the all-around challenge, just based on these reported results.
Something to think about.
Definitely. Okay, that wraps up our deep dive focusing on this GMA News Online report on Carlos Yulo. Hopefully pulling apart this one source gives you a clearer snapshot based on its reporting. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, keep exploring.